would have made.
And Bonnie Ev for third, so 1, 6 and 11. Falls in Dubai Star on Queensland debut.
That she did. Her 2 career wins, both 1,100 metres. So she's got the cash, that's the main thing, but we'll see if she runs 1,200.
1, 6 and 11 to race 4. Wrapping up the early quaddie. Main one starts with the next. 7th event from Murray Bridge is our next. This is at the Greyhound meet. Bound and Baby, 290 into 180. Chief support on the tab. Fixed away from it. There's a little nibble for Ninkasi number 8, which is $10 into 7, just back out to $8. Some noted drifters in the marketplace. The biggest firm is Bound and Baby number 7. It's a late mail. Jim goes 1, 4, 6, 7 with his suggestions. Other side of it, we're galloping nearby at the Murray Bridge thoroughbred meeting, and race number 5, 3 Oases Just Jazz at start 5 on top for you, Press.
Yeah, that's our selection, and yeah, it certainly comes into this quite nicely, I thought. So we'll make it the top pick, tab number 8. Numbers, you might have them there, Marto. I just have trouble calling
8, 2, 5, 6.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, 8, 2, 5, 6. Just Jazz. Good second last time out. She's drawn off a little bit, but you know, I don't think that's too much of a hazard on that track today.
New favourite is Chuakana, and it's 320 into 290, just ahead of Just Jazz, who went up ahead of it at 280. It's just out to 320, back to 310. And Golly Otis, number 2, is 420 out to $5, $8 to $8.50, into $7 for Super Looker, has some fans. And Fear Met has as well, number 6. $11 into $7, just back to $7.50. And it's a delay at Murray Bridge Greys. That therefore goes to Sky Racing 2 as we concentrate on the gallop section. Let's have a look at what they're doing on the SOP. Last 10 minutes with bookies here, where the favourite is Chuakana. On debut, $2.90 out to $3. Just Jazz Race Experience, $2.90 to $3.30, back into $3.10. Golly Otis draws the inside for Caitlin Jones, $4.60 out to $5. Super Looker has a fan or two. Gordon Richards, Jason Holder, $7.50 into $6.50, and the remaining trio. Fear Met was being backed at a price on the tab fix, $6.50, just back to $7 as far as the OP market is concerned. Chuakana's the favourite, this debutante. Brass, it's 1 of 2 lining up on debut. What can you tell us about it?
Yeah, I can't tell you much about it at all. There's no official trial. It's by Niagara out of a Spartacus mare, so in a way it's bred for short courses, but yeah, there's not too much ammunition to get you know, sort of fully immersed as far as form goes. So, yeah, I've just kept it safe. It's been in the market since they were open. Young Ben Price with 3 kilos off the back. That's a positive.
A couple being specced around the place, and Super Looker is certainly one of those, dropping out of a Saturday race.
That it is, and I've noticed that it's only 2 career placings in 10 runs have occurred on this track. So trained at Morpheville, but it seems to enjoy itself when it gets over to this circuit at Murray Bridge. Yeah, in the mix for me.
Here's Brett.
And then we've got 750 Fear Met. It's a drifter. I thought it was a good chance, but it's gone from 7 out to 750, so it's on the blow. And then Grey Folly, 81 to 119 for She's All Spice. So runners are getting set for a start now. Race number 5, 1,400 metres. And they're moving into the gates well. Just 3 or 4 to load for race number 5. Just Jazz about to come forward. Fear Met. Grey Folly still to move in. And Chuakana, this 3-year-old who's on debut for the Travis Dowdall yard, by the looks of it, will be loaded riderless. So not far away from a jump for the running of the 5th today. 1,400 metres, sun still shining. Now Chuakana, one of 2 debutantes in the race, comes forward, and we're almost set for a start. B&L Cox Electrical maiden plate for the 3-year-olds. Just Jazz firming into favourite. Light should come on. There it is, ready and racing. Fiamet a little slow with Just Jazz and Grey Folly. Best away, She's All Spice, and leads from Tuacana driving through into second. Goliotis will settle down handy third, and deeper out Just Jazz on the move after a slow getaway, and Grey Folly to some extent likewise. Then Fiamet and Super Looker is going to settle at the rear end of the field. They work to the bend at the 950, and Tuacana. Price wants the lead clear cut, and he gets it. Tuacana moved a few lengths clear now from Just Jazz rolling to second. She's All Spice takes the sit. It's in third position. Grey Folly fourth, and then came Goliotis from Super Looker, and Fiamet last of all, six from the speed. Tuacana, the newbie, is the pace setter at the 550 metres and travelling well. Just Jazz is niggled at now. It's burnt juice mid-race to get where it is. Super Looker, She's All Spice, Fiamet to the outside, Grey Folly and Goliotis. Tuacana, 300 metres to run, still going okay. 2 lengths Just Jazz. Super Looker's winding up Fiamet. They're closing on the leader. Super Looker, Just Jazz and Fiamet. They're now getting to Tuacana, who's going up and down in the one spot. Super Looker, Fiamet. Super Looker, Fiamet. Fiamet and Super Looker. Super Looker's doing too well. Super Looker from Fiamet. Goliotis was rattling through nearer the rail. Gets third, only beaten a neck. Then Just Jazz from a tiring Tuacana. A gap in the field to She's All Spice, and the Grey Folly is last. Super Looker, Gordon Richards and Jason Holder. 4, Super Looker from 6, Fiamet, Aaron Boyd. 2, Goliotis. Was just hovering around on the rail, but couldn't quite reach first and second. But has only been beaten, well, a long neck to a half. Just Jazz kept fighting on.
Well, it should be 4, 6 and 2 there. Super Looker, the most experienced runner in the race, and made no more at start 11.
Yeah, just holds a liking for the track. We mentioned the fact that it had lifted its game on this circuit a couple of times, and there it is finally saluting.
5 down and 4 races to come at Murray Bridge. The main quaddie starts with the next race there. 9th event at Taree is our next, 40 seconds away. And Dodge the Heat, number 1 at the top of the tree here. $3.90 into $2.60, so it's attracting chief support. It's not alone, though. Ruby Sonette, number 4, $4 into $3.10. Was into $2.90 a second ago, as obviously has been attracting interest as well. And Cundall Kate, number 8, is $19 into $11. Phil goes 4, 1, 5 and 6. Here he is to call the 9th.
Okay, coming in, or about to come over for the 9th event, I should say. And this is a 5th grade over 392, full field of 8 to run. Scratchings are the reserves. Good betting duel between Dodge the Heat and Ruby Sonette. Dodge the Heat's won 2 of 23. He's had 4 starts from the inside draw, yet to win, but has run 2 minors. Ruby Sonette is the youngster, the up-and-comers, won 2 out of 6 career starts with 2 minors. And, of course, in the very good hands of Kevin Johnson, who has had some very good performers over the decades. Now in they come. This is race number 9 on the card. Dodge the Heat and Maddie Northcott coming up. Slick Panther and Thanks for That come in. Cundall Kate on the outside. Hawkeye, Ruby Sonette and Sketchy Trapdoor completing the line. $2.60 number 1, $3.10 number 4. Green light. Good to go, race 9. All set. Racing, Dodge the Heat away nicely. Ruby Sonette checks soon after, and Dodge the Heat leads Maddie Northcott. Sketchy Trapdoor. Ruby Sonette got an inside run. They were followed by Hawkeye and a mile back. Slick Panther, Thanks for That, and Cundall Kate. Dodge the Heat led off the back. It's 5 lengths clear over Maddie Northcott, Ruby Sonette, Sketchy Trapdoor, and then Hawkeye. But Dodge the Heat has a nice break on the bend. It's well clear, and Dodge the Heat comes away to defeat the unlucky Ruby Sonette, Maddie Northcott, Sketchy Trapdoor, or Hawkeye for 4th, followed by Slick Panther, Cundall Kate, and Thanks for That.
So it's 1, 4 and 3 as Dodge the Heat does the job at $2.90 and $1.20 on race number 9 from Taree. 10th event from the Meadows is our next assignment. Tab fixed time to rolls off the inside as the fave. Time to roll is, here we go, $2.70 out to $3 at the top. And then Osprey Phantom, number 8, closest to it, pretty solid as you can see, $3.40 to $3.60 into $3.10 back to $3.30. Rebel Riot, $2.60 out to $3.40. It's back in though from $3.70. And Zyvon Bale, number 4, is $9.50 into $6.50. Little nibble too for Impending, the Greyhound. 8th the late Male Brennan goes 8.164. Join him in a sec. Then we're back to Canterbury Brass, race number 3. They're arriving at the start there. A 3-year-old maiden at the 12.50, and Baracello's off a close-up third at this track and distance last time out.
Yeah, very good third. At only start number 2 there, he'll improve off that. Made a long run, but very brave to the line. 1, 3, 8, 9 our numbers. Second pick, definitely Electric.
And Baracello's the new favourite, 2.30 into 2.10. Electric went up ahead of it at 2. It's out to 2.90, bit soft. And then Vanilla Sky is 6, out to 6.50, back into $6. The rest are at $13 and beyond. And they're at the start there, 3 away. To Brendan at the Meadows first.
Series victory at Sandown. So Time to Roll, the favourite off box number 1, looking for a hat trick after winning his way through a 6-7 series at Sandown Park. Impending last start winner here in 30 and 19. Zyvon Bale off box number 4. Chase West Star Aileen here last Thursday night. Rebel Right down the track at his most recent assignment. Osprey Phantom off the outside comes through the same series as the favourite. Runner-up in the final behind Time to Roll as we get close to a start. 3.40 into 3. Osprey Phantom is now favourite, ahead of Time to Roll. Second row just about secured away. Just the 5 to run here. Green light. They're ready. Cook's Electrical and Air Conditioning, grade 5. Racing. Winning the start in the middle, Zyvon Bale, trying to muster through Time to Roll. Impending, just got a little squeeze out and Rebel Right over from a wider draw. So Zyvon Bale onto the first turn. Led Rebel Right, Time to Roll the rail, a length Impending. Last is Osprey Phantom, midpoint of the back. Leader Zyvon Bale extended out now by 4 lengths quickly on Rebel Right and then Osprey Phantom. Time to Roll Impending, got squeezed out, but Zyvon Bale on the turn. Clear of Rebel Right and Zyvon Bale won it. Beat Rebel Right, Osprey Phantom, 6 away Impending 4th. Similar break Time to Roll, who was last in. 30 and 16 the winner's time.
So it's 4, 6, 8 and 2's run 4th, and all the totes are on screen for the 10th event there from the Meadows. Baracello's now an odds-on favourite on the tab fix. It's 2.30 into 1.95, and from the NOP, Baracello went up at 2.10, peaked at 2.15 into odds-on there, matching up with tab at $1.95. Electric, like tab, is soft, 2.30 to 2.90. Vanilla Sky 6 out to 7. Little nibble for Visceral, number 9. It's $14 into 12, and King of Hearts is 31 into 26. But the biggest push of the lot at start 3, Baracello.
Yeah, it should be cherry ripe today. We saw it take off for, say, about 500 metres out at this track 2 weeks ago. Ended up running third behind Zaria. But J-Mac just had to get on his bike. That's what we get with these moderate-sized fields. Only 6 in this race, actually, but they tend to sort of prop and not a huge amount of tempo most times. So if it does turn into a sprint, you can't be left out the back there.
And he's race fit, and 3 of his 5 rivals are tackling it first up.
That's 100% right, Marto. Electric does look to be the major threat. He may well prove the second best, or if not the best horse in the race. Would prefer him on a big track, though. He's a big loping sort of animal. We saw him first time out at Warwick Farm, ran third, and it was just the run of a horse destined to improve off that run. He was a bit raw to things, but yeah, it's a case of if they do sort of get into their positions, not a lot might change again here.
Here's Darren.
That would be a treat. Red light, stand by for a start. Race 3 here at Canterbury, and they're off and racing, and King of Hearts missed the start there and will settle last. Electric and Visceral the first 2 into stride. Baracello being sent forward. It's a competitive go on the small field. Vanilla Sky's there, Kamea's there, and King of Hearts has dropped out to a long last. If it doesn't quicken up soon, it'll miss the closure of the Queensland border tonight. Going to the front here, Electric, and getting across to second is Visceral, so a half length between the pair. Then came Kamea from Vanilla Vanilla Sky. 2 off to Barrichello, who was up there contesting the lead but had to drop back. And King of Hearts is slowly starting to make up for lost ground. Into the first bend, an Electric in front by about a long neck here to Visceral. And they're 2 lengths clear from Vanilla Sky, who sits up on the outside of Kamea. A length and a half to the odds-on favourite Barrichello, who's being stoked up now. McDonald trying to build up the revs as they come around the turn. And it's Electric just in front. In fact, beating off Visceral now by the looks of it, and Barrichello starting to motor into it on the outside, and quickly Barrichello moved up to Electric and takes the lead. Then came Kamea, and further back to Vanilla Sky. Barrichello gets a neck in front to Electric is not done with. Barrichello and Electric, they're locking horns here. Barrichello and Electric. Electric comes back, and Electric, having been clearly headed, came back to beat Barrichello, and King of Hearts has got up to run third at the end. For a moment there, I wasn't even sure if it was going to finish. Further back in the race to Kamea, then came Vanilla Sky, and Visceral was last in.
So Electric repels Barrichello, and under Tommy Berry pays $2.70 and $1.60. It looked home. The fave winds up second at $1.40. How about the run of the third horse, King of Hearts?
Excellent, wasn't it? Walked out of the gates. We saw Darren mention how far back the horse was, but yeah, it screamed down the outside. The Son of Sabring, first up from a spell.
Berry repels his rival McDonald to get the cash in race number 3. So it's 3-1, an incredible run from third at the 4 and 7 in for fourth. 3 down, 3 to come from Canterbury today. Now we head back to Belmont. Race number 3 is a maiden over the 1,200 metres. Celebrity Man odds on fave again. It's been a beaten odds on fave all 3 of the runs so far. Third here at the 1,400 last time out as a $1.35 favourite. 140 out to 155 in the traded tab today. Choice Bid is attracting interest to beat it. $4.60 into $3.40, just going back out to $3.50. The rest are at $14 and beyond, and not much to report for any of those. Quick look over the WAP. Celebrity Man 140 to 160, back into 155, and just like tab, there's interest in Choice Bid second up to beat it. $4.80 out to 5 into $3.60. And we're starting an early quaddie. Darren goes 2, 5, 1 and 3 with his suggestions. Race number 8 from Murray Bridge Greys to follow with 4 minutes out from action there. And then the next of the Brassel venues is race number 5, and it's starting the quaddie. Brass will just get on the front foot here because, importantly, Twist of Fury is your best bet at all venues today.
That is the case, yeah. With the blinkers on today, it does look well suited, I thought. We'll go 5, 3, 7, 2, but yeah, it's the anchor bet for us, Molo, dropping out of the Saturday race last time.
230 out to 290 now for Twist of Fury, and there's support for the sisters to beat it. It's $5.50 into $3.80. Zyvera is $4.60 out to $5, completing them in single figures. That's a look at Cranbourne, still 6 minutes away from race number 5. To Belmont we head to Darren.
Into $3.50, back now touching $3.80 as Madam Trinity approaches the gates with Choice Bid. And they're still yet to bring along Traded Crown, returning this afternoon, as well as Gilt Dragon. The debutante, Celebrity Man, has been beaten last 3 runs, all 3 runs this prep, all when an odds-on favourite too, Celebrity Man. Doesn't strike an overly strong maiden gathering this afternoon as we wait for Gilt Dragon, the first starter to be brought forward. A straight won the previous on the program, ending her maiden status. Kenny Jack won the first of the 2-year-old races. William Pike was aboard. Guide Celebrity Man here. In goes Gilt Dragon. The field is ready. All set. 3-year-olds are right. Standing. Gates open. They're off and racing. First to get going is Choice Bid. It'll burn across and head off Celebrity Man. Gilt Dragon. Music Machine will press on. It's out there near the middle of the course going forward. Also improving after the break, Hot Blooded, getting around the outside of Shoulder Strap as they reach the first corner. Then came Madam Trinity. Steals the Deal is back there in the field. Over on its inside is Traded Crown. Out by the 750 they go. They're on the side, and Choice Bid leads the way for Chris Parnham. Shooting for the race to race double. Choice Bid by a length. Running second, Music Machine. The favourite down on the inside, Celebrity Man. 3/4 to Gilt Dragon. A further length and a half to Hot Blooded, parked on the outside of Shoulder Strap. After a length and a half, then Madam Trinity back in the field in company with Steele's The Deal, who's next to last, and back with it is Traded Crown. Balancing up now, they approach the cutaway at the 375. Choice Bid, Parnham goes for home. Pike hasn't turned the reins though on Celebrity Man. He gives it a little kick now, and Celebrity Man put paid to Choice Bid. Further back behind them, Traded Crown was able to cut the corner, making headway. Wider out than his Hot Blooded, but Celebrity Man is going to toy with them. And Celebrity Man finally cracks it today, ends the maiden. One with its ears pricked by 2 1/4 Choice Bid. Tight go for third. In the middle, it might have been Traded Crown. Wide out though, Hot Blooded is in that mix. Then Steals the Deal, Shoulder Strap not far from them. They were followed further back by Gilt Dragon. The last two home, Music Machine back there with Madam Trinity.
Early double for Pike and Celebrity Man home at 150 on Super Tab New South Wales, 160 on UTAB. 2 beats 1, close for third between the 3 and the 10. Easy work for Celebrity Man and W Pike in race number 3 of 10 there today. 8th event from Murray Bridge, 30 seconds, tick under away. Power Burners off the inside, 340 into 210, so it's been very solidly backed. It's the new favourite. Snake Bite Me went up ahead of it, number 7 at 280, just goes out to $3.60, noted drift. And then Brindle Martini, 380 out to 550, little nibble for Kiangi, number 5. Favourites best backed and late mail. Jim goes 7152 with his suggestions. And then back to Cranbourne, 3 minutes away from race number 5. Just another check of the marketplace. Twist of Fury is Tony's best bet anywhere today. 230, just out to $3, and still the Sisters, the one they're backing to beat it. Further firm since last check, it's 550 into 360. Actually, it's changed again. Twist of Fury, 230 out to 3, just back into 280, and the Sisters 550 into 360, just back to 370. Murray Bridge first.
Snake Bite Me's got a 300-metre win here on straight track racing. Now goes to the 350, but has drifted out to 370 because the money just keeps coming for Power Burner. So he had 1 win from 6 goes. Green light on, away and racing, Power Burner. Now, let's see, he's trying to shift to the middle. He did get across in front of Brindle Martini. Zagreb began well, he's got the lead. Snake Bite Me's there. Power Burner getting up on the inside with the big strides. Kunji behind those with Christie's Bro. Well out the back was Brindle Martini. Here's the finish. Big finish. Oh, Power Burner, I reckon, stuck his nose in front to beat Zagreb and Snake Bite Me in a 3-way go. A really good go. Magnificent finish. Behind those, Christie's Bro. Then Kunji pulling up quickly was Boombox Robbie, and well out the back was Megadossa and Brindle Martini, and they've got the cash in a really good finish. Number 1 Power Burner gets home for the late mail followers.
And beats the 8, which means the 7's wound up in 3rd position. So it'll be 187 there. We owe you the totes now. They've gone to the steward's room to decide the final fate of race number 3 at Canterbury. Protest, 2nd against 1st. Alleged interference, closing stages. Electric was just repelling Baracello. There's definite contact down the straight there, Brass.
Yeah, 100% right, Marto. The big horse just shifted out a little bit. What's his name? Hawks horse? Electric, sorry, yeah. He's definitely shifted out a horse or so and impinged the other horse, which did come from behind and headed him. And he's come back to, in a way, outgame him, but he was knocked off balance. There's no question about that, J-Mac on Baracello.
Yeah, he was unable to use his whip hand. That's significant, I guess. So we'll leave that to the stewards. We've got a Protest, 2nd against 1st on race number 3 at Canterbury. Cross the line 3, beating 1. 5th event from Cranbourne. Let's see what they're doing on the OP with the Brassel best of the day. Twist of Fury, 250 out to 290, back into 270. So just like Tab, there's late interest in the Brassel best. The Sisters, 480 into 370, back to 380, has been best backed everywhere to roll it.
Yeah, definitely a major threat. Very pacey type. We saw it streak away at Bendigo last time. We're talking about 2 weeks or so back. First time, say, for about 2.5 months. The strike rate's only 2 out of 17, but she might have just, turned the corner a little bit because it was a hugely impressive performance.
Blinker's first time on Twist of Fury, and it's back to a rain-affected track, albeit we've just had an upgrade to a soft 5.
Yeah, I think she operates on any type of going, just probing through the record. She won on a heavy track at Ballarat 2 starts ago, and we've mentioned the fact she's coming out of a 3-year-old race at Flemington last time behind Curran. It's good form.
Here's Matt Hill.
70.
Good luck if you're having a quaddie play this afternoon. And they're ready to run 1,000 metres. Set to gallop. I've Got Magic secured out wide. Red lights flash. Set. And away. Missing the start a couple of lengths was Yalong Night. Dratini goes back to second last. Mistake jump quickly with Bandinelli, Ling Ling, and also Twist of Fury, who's going to burn them all off. Behind those horses, Nickham in the green jacket, passed by Zia Vera, followed by the Sisters, who's cluttered up between horses midfield. Further back, Yalong Night. Mistake got onto heels, went back through the field dramatically there, and has been virtually pulled up out of the race. Well back, well sprung, I've Got Magic, and Nickham was checked as well, and is at the tail of the field. So Twist of Fury is the leader. Coming up towards the corner at the 400 from Ling Ling, Bandinelli, Dratini out deeper on the improved. Zia Vera fifth the fence. Then came Yalong Night, and next in the field as they run around the corner was the Sisters, who's getting through the pack, but Twist of Fury at the 200 kicked for home about 2.5 to 3 lengths. Zia Vera, Ling Ling, Yalong Night, the Sisters. Twist of Fury, hands and heels. 100 metres to go, clear from Zia Vera, and Twist of Fury won at 3/4 of a length. Zia Vera, maybe a half. The Sisters rocketed into third, followed by Yalong Night and Ling Ling from Well Sprung, and then came Bandinelli, I've Got Magic, Dratini. Last to finish was Nickham in the end.
Behind Twist of Fury, the Brussels best home under Jamie Carr, who pockets a double. 220 Super Tab, 240 New South Wales, 260 on the UTAB. Runner-up pays 160, third pays 180, 5, 7 and 10. Well found Twist of Fury. Brass, home as fave.
Yeah, daughter of Written Tycoon, very much stamped in the size mould, and Jamie Carr, she just extracts maximum power out of anything she climbs aboard. She's a wonder.
Twist of Fury starts the main quaddie home in race number 5 from Cranbourne. The 11th of the Meadows is up next.
At Harvey Norman, get up to $400 in gift cards on selected Fisher & Paykel laundry packages, or up to $600 on selected LG laundry packages. Plus bonus gift card up to $1,000 when you buy on interest-free. On now.
Join the Big Sports Breakfast weekdays from 5:30 a.m. Be part of the conversation and help set the agenda. Listen to it or download it.
But whatever you do, don't miss it. The Big Sports Breakfast weekdays from 5:30.
Domino's Everyday Value range is now 3 times as good because it's now in 3 sizes, starting from an unbelievable $3. All your favourite value range recipes now from just $3. Domino's all-new value range. Bring it in.
Eddie's tucking into Todd's chips instead of ordering his own. Again. Poor form, Eddie. The form on Tab Touch, though, outstanding. Racing form for every runner, plus independent ratings from GiddyUp. Tab Touch. Better your bet. Gamble responsibly.
Feel like you're being watched? Hackers could steal the personal information on your device or see what you send over Wi-Fi. That's why Norton 360 includes a VPN, device security and more. Go to au.norton.com.
Don't miss the Samsung end of financial year sale. Shop all the best deals and grab a great bargain. But hurry, these offers won't last long. The Samsung end of financial year sale on now at Appliances Online.
11th event for the Meadows is the second last, 60 seconds away. Suntory Rose is 160 into 130, so very well tried off that odds-on early quote. It's even shorter. And Femi number 2, $4.20 out to $5.50, and Reds in $6 out to $9. This is back to the exclusion of each and every rival. Suntory Rose, 7 wins, 7 placings through 24. It's won 1 or 2 off the inside draw. Money suggests another win coming up here. It's a late mail. Brendan goes for 2 to beat the 1, and then 8 and 4. Doomben follows. Race number 5, Brass sees Goldie Fox, the ex-Victorian, dropping out of listed company.
Sure is. A much easier task here. Had run very well at Doomben the previous start too, so it's acclimatised big time. Has to be top pick for me. 4-3-1-7. Tears of Love is hardest to beat, I thought, shooting for a hat-trick.
This is a little soft Tears of Love. Goes 3.10 out to 4.20. Best back, Goldie Fox, fave. 2.60 into 2.15. Just back to 2.20. Airborne is 7.50 out to 8, back into 7. La Castile is $6 out to $8, and completing them in single figures. Favourites, best back, Goldie Fox. The Meadows, second last, is Brendan.
On the 4th of June. And $16 Ingamia off the outside. So they're about to move in. In fact, they're getting set. Suntory Rose, his stop at Vegas Gangster, the first 3. Fem Reds and Ingamia on the second line. Field nearly set. Second last. Just about ready. Green light is on. They're set. Racing. Suntory Rose left well off the inside. Finn was away okay straight onto the rail. Reds and Ingamia get across to be prominent with a round to go. Suntory Rose a length and a half. Ingamia second. 2 lengths to Reds in. Next in the field, Vegas Gangster. Second last, Fim. He stopped at his last. Into the back, Suntory Rose quickened up. Led by 4 now, 5 lengths on Ingamia. Reds and trying hard to wind up from Vegas Gangster. Fim last of all is here. Stop it, but after a lap, Suntory Rose going okay. Reds and might make a race of it though. Suntory Rose leads. Reds and Powers on down the outside. Made it very close. Suntory Rose, Reds and have hit it locked together from Vegas Gangster Fem and his stop it. Last in was Ingamia, 34.66 the run.
Oh, that's very close. 1. Trying to repel the 4, which takes a late dive, and that could go either way from where I sit. That's really close between 1 and 4. 4's in the frame, though, so 4 nails the hot pot. 4-1, suspecting 7 third and 2 fourth there. 4 and 1. So an upset result there. 5th event from Doomben. Let's see what they're doing on the OP market. Goldie Fox is 260 into 230. Best back, little nibble for Airborne. 750 into 7. There's some support for Noel Callow's mount, Whispered Brass. 10 out to 11 into $8.50.
It's out to Springer last to first reversal. We saw it trail the field most of the way at the Sunshine Coast 2 weeks ago. It was only second up from a spell, ran on nicely first up. So, yeah, may well lift its game a wee bit.
There's $9.50 out to 12 to spec back into $11. Goldie Fox best backed everywhere. Started his career in Victoria with Henry Dwyer, then Team Corson's. Had 3 runs for Tony Gollan. Now it lines up second start for the Edmonds camp.
Yeah, all 3 previous runs before the last start have been quite good, I thought. And, yeah, it's taken on a couple of stakes races. But she's not up to that level. She was even going in at black type level in Victoria. But, you know, at this point of her life anyway, she's a 5-year-old mare. Midweek restricted company fits in perfectly for us. So, yeah, she wasn't too bad in the stakes race last time. Charlize won that race and she was about the same throughout.
Here's David.
Last run of the load will be Whispered. Thanks, Marto. Just about ready to go here as Whispered will be the last one to move in. This is race 5, first leg of the main quaddie. Whispered goes up to the outside gate. They snap the gate shut behind. Oh, one's gone through the barrier stalls. It's like a chain reaction there. I saw Tears of Love make a dive at the gates, and then Hubble, who drew alongside it, has sprung the gate open, but didn't go far. In fact, probably went about 50 metres. Quickly taken into care by one of the barrier boys. So they may well have a look at it behind the gates. So we were just about ready to see them go. Some news coming through broadcast. Thanks, Paul. Our chairman of the stewards today is Paul Zimmerman, and he's advised us that the vet will have a look at Hubble, which comes as no surprise. It's a $21 chance. But Goldie Fox running the favourite, 260 down to 230. Previous race won by Dubai Star. There wasn't a lot in at the end. If you're on the favourite, a short half head in his favour. Ryan Wiggins riding for Annabelle Neesham. Now the vet having a look at Hubble. These other runners stand quietly, waiting their assignment. For the 3rd time today, we go over the 1660 metres with the rail in the 11-metre position. Now we'll see what happens here. This may be coming out. The vet's on the 2-way to Mr. Zimmerman. So it looks as though it's not running, Hubble, I would suggest. There's the light. Hubble's a late scratching. Ready to go. Yes, thanks for that, Paul. Light flashing. Hubble a late scratching. Started with the button. Gates open. They're off. Tears of Love and Punchira began well. Airborne was nicely away. Third on settling down outside that leading pair. Hopeful Star going to fourth. He's just riding Goldie Fox along early to get her mind on the job. Then came Lecker Steel and Whispered goes out to the tail. Around the first bend, Tears of Love, the expected leader, and Matty Wishart slows them down. Punchira, the jock takes hold there, going up 3 wide. Airborne and Goldie Fox after, well, I suppose a sluggish start is now fourth in behind that trio. A length and a quarter behind it, Hopeful Star, 2.5 Whispered and Lecker Steel at the tail end. Heading along the back straight towards the 1,000 metres and Tears of Lava, most effective when it's in front, set up shop early doors and is going to try and do it all of the way. Leads Airborne, is now second one off the rail. Goldie Fox getting the box seat run in third. A length and a quarter away fourth, Punchira. 2 lengths in Hopeful Star, 1 Whispered and 1 Lecker Steel. Tears of Love just sneaking away around that back bend. Goes out to lead by 2 to Airborne. Goldie Fox in third. Punchira fourth. Whisper now fifth the rail. Then Hopeful Star and Lecker Steel is last of all. Hubble being a late scratching. Down below the 600 metres, that first 1,060 in 65.97. The leader has had a picnic. Tears of Love comes to the turn in front narrowly. Airborne trying to close. Goldie Fox in third. About to get an inside run, I'd fancy. Punchira coming wide and even deeper. Hopeful Star. Whispered behind them. And then Lecker Steel. They're well on the home straight now and the sprint is on. Tears of Love leads the way. Goldie Fox trying to bridge the gap. Whispered running on fairly. Airborne's run its race. Then Hopeful Star. But still Tears of Love in front. Down below the 100 metres. Going great guns for Matty Wishart. A betting ring drifter. But didn't matter at all. Led all the way. Won and beat Whispered. Goldie Fox a pretty lean third. Then Airborne. Followed by Puncher, a Hopeful Star and Lecker Steel. Out towards the tail in a gallop of 1:41.08.
So it wins again. So it's 3, 7 and 4. Sole last start winner, Tears of Love, makes it 3 straight.
Yeah, she's riding up a storm too, Matty Wishart. Horse is really travelling for her, so that 3 kilo claim's a real prize.
3, 7.
Yeah, and 2 slippery.
Sorry, Brett. 3, 7 and 4. Just wanted to get Canterbury out before Murray Bridge. That protest has been dismissed, take note. Protest second against first dismissed. Placing stand 3 from 1 at Canterbury. Loading the boxes for the 9th Murray Bridge Greys. Bangor Sophia 270 into 225 back to 260. Well, there's nibbles to beat it. Nothing dramatic. Let's get trackside. Here's Jim.
Odds have been filled. This is a Kurt Donsberg photography over 300. Track cleared, green light on, set to go. Away, Tangelo Fire began okay. Alongside of it was Bangor Sophia. Black Baccarat on the inside. Squeezing up Bangor Sophia with Tangelo Fire. Then in turn we've got the Hopes Tribute out wide. Crown Simbo. Oh, many winning chances here. Who's it going to be? Bangor Sophia kicks and Bangor Sophia wins. Beats Black Baccarat. Then we had Hopes Tribute and Tangelo Fire together. And the last one to pull up was Crown Simba. And the time was around about 16:70. Another one for Beck Remain here today. I think it makes 3 for Beck today with Bangor Sophia and home for the late male followers.
Upwards of 250 across the 3 totes. It's 4, 2, 8 and 5. 6th event from Murray Bridge Gallops starts the main quaddie. Maiden Class 1 played over the 1,800 metres. You're with Lutz for the Jolly Camp.
Yeah, it hasn't had a lot of racing, only 5 starts so far, but he demonstrated good talent there at the 2,000 metre trip. Last time. That was Strathalbyn. Just comes back in distance, but he's going places. I can't say that about most of the opposition anyway. Let's try 5, 4, 6, 9. Second pick, Capricorn Ridge, coming along nicely this prep.
Couple of firms of note, in particular on the tab is Arthurus number 2. It's 26 in early trade, 18 this morning into $6.50. Fifth at Gawler, went back in trip last time out.
Yeah, came back in trip. It's on the backup, so it's not surprising that it's come in for support. A fair amount of Victorian form too. Usually you see that transfer quite well to this sort of setup.
The other one that's firming everywhere is in your mix, and that's Silent Don on the tab. Fixes 10, 11 into 750. Blinkers reapplied, winkers removed at start 3.
Yeah, he was he was $16 last time out at Morpheville in a benchmark 68, but that was on the back of a solid effort first time out. Only the 2 races at this point. So, by done deal, middle distance looks to be what he's after.
There are others on the tab fixed to firm. Native Blue 850 into 650 and Jackers Own 16 into 10 are 2 of those. Quick look over the SOP. Lutz is $3 out to 350. Capricorn Ridge 440 to 550. Nibble back into 5. Native Blue solid at 650. Arthurus went up a lot shorter than tab 550 out to 650. And Silent Don firms there 10, 12 into $7.50. So we hightail it to the track. Here's Brett.
Drifters, 61 to 34, She's Dreaming. So at a price, it's trickled down. However, Lutz is still holding favouritism, albeit narrowly. Back in trip today after a last start victory at Strathalbyn by Panzer Division Lutz, and he's a nice type of galloper. He's got to staying through both sides of his pedigree, and he's the favourite, but there are a few challenges in the last minute or so. First leg of the quaddie, race 6, Gifford Hill Murray Bridge. We're set for a start. 1,800 metres. Lights flashing away. Stand by for a jump. Ready. Set. Go, they're off. Little slow Capricorn Ridge with Chellack and Sing Ken Ken. Jacka's Own Arthurus, She's Dreaming, Magus Man and Lutz are all pressing forward. Chellack now driving through nearer the inside with Freddie the Eagle. So there's a bit going on through the first couple of 100 metres with Chellack burrowing right through nearer the inside to hold a slender margin over Lutz pressing on with Magus Man between them and Jacka's Own 4 deep. 2 further back, Freddie the Eagle. Arthurus is right off the course. She's Dreaming wedged in there with Sing Ken Ken and Capricorn Ridge the rail. 2 back then to Silent Don, 1,100 metres out with Native Blue applied. And last of all is Smart Vision. So they're still sorting their order to some extent, with Lutz eventually finding the front. Jacka's Own parks outside. That pair, 3/4 on Selak, who's third. Arthurus has been deep and he rolls up now to take third position. Selak back to fourth, then Magus Man. She's Dreaming can't get in. Sing Ken Ken, Freddie the Eagle, Capricorn Ridge hemmed on the rail. Then Silent Don wide, Smart Vision, Native Blue, and Applied sees nothing but backsides. They're basically jammed right in tight when they come to the corner, and Lutz is in the prime spot. He's got no traffic issues where he is. He's hard up against the rail, Lutz, from Arthurus, and Jacka's Own's feeling the pinch. Selak, Capricorn Ridge are hunting the rail. Freddie the Eagle to the outside, and Native Blue starting to wind up now. Arthurus quickly ranged up, headed off Lutz, and moved away. It's Arthurus coming clear from Lutz. Applied the rail, Capricorn Ridge. Native Blue continues to run on. It's Arthurus in front. Applied's making a race of it, the fence. Applied dashed through. Capricorn Ridge late. Applied goes on to win. Applied from Capricorn Ridge, and Arthurus had the money spent at the furlong. Third was the best he could do. Then Lutz and Native Blue wider out. A gap to Smart Vision, Silent Don, a tiring Jacka's Own with Freddie the Eagle, Magus Man, Chellack, She's Dreaming, and Sing Ken Ken.
Holder gets a double, and this one's a real roughie. 10 cents shy of 70 to the win, UTAB, and 10.30 the place. Capricorn Ridge at 1.90, and Arthurus really weakens. Notice will be late into third at $2.70. Now, Ruffy gets the cash, just its second win at start 38.
Yeah, 38 runs, and the scorecard's not all that flash, but for the 7-day backup fans, there was one of them.
1 beats 4 and 2. 5 should be fourth. Quaddie's underway with a real rough result. Looks like a rough day at Bendigo. It's very wintry. Mystic Muse, as we start a 12 race card, is the favourite out of the pink rug, and it went up at $1.35, so it's really soft out to $2.40. And the next two in the trade in particular are popular. Call Me Lucy off the inside, as you can see, 6 into 4. Kraken Court number 2 is $10 into $4.20. They're the two chief ones. There's other little nibbles in the race, and Bolt Hard's one of those. 8 the late mail. Matt Jones is calling in the wet. 8712 his numbers as we say good day to him.
To 4, Kraken count 10 into 4. Set for the first, the Bendigo Advertiser. Good luck here at Bendigo today. And in the rain in the first, they're underway, and Bolt Hard the slowest away. First out is Stella's Memory, and also Call Me Lucy. Joining in Mystic Muse around the outside. Then She's the One. It gets a bit tight. Kraken Count got a check, and further back then Bolt Hard and also Sheer Strength. In the end, after that interference, it is Mystic Muse who's cleared out here over She's the One going up second. Further back Bolt Hard. Further back behind those Stella's Memory and Sheer Strength, but it's all Mystic Muse by 6. Second goes to She's the One, followed by Stella's Memory and also Bolt Hard, and they were being followed by Crack and Count, who finished a long way back in the field, and back with it there was Sheer Strength, and Call Me Lucy has run in towards the end. Favourite wins it in 24.660.
So 8 beats, 6 sevens run third, 3s run fourth, and 220 Super Tab New South Wales, 190 on UTAB for Mystic Muse. 12th and last from the Meadows, a minute 40 away, and Tomato Tears is 310 into 210. And most popular, but there's also support for Aces at Trumps number 4, 330 into $2.25, and the rest are getting out in the market. For the late mail, Brendan 2, 5, 4 and 8 with his sorts. Join him for the final time in a sec. Fourth event, Canterbury Brass is a benchmark 72 at the 1900 metres. Favourite One More Sapphire. Synthetic hoof filler is removed today.
That's the case, yeah, and a very good run at Canterbury last time. Second behind rules don't apply. Bit of a dodgy jump. That didn't help his cause at all. But top pick, 1675 next selection, Savvy Legend.
One More Sapphire, 280 out to about 310, back into 280. Offer Rocker is 750 into about 5, but back out to $7. Mr. G is 750 into 6, back out to 750. Savvy Legend 5 out to $8, and now 850. And Margie B just has a nibble, $12 into $9, joining them in single figures. There are others to firm in late. McCushla is one of those, late $19 into 11. Brendan of the Meadows to wrap it up first.
It's all clear on race 1. Matt, thank you, mate. Good to have you on board for today.
Runners arriving at the start here for the final event on the program. This is the Tab Venue Mode Grade 5. Favourite for the race is, equal favourites on the fixed. Tomato Tears Aces of Trumps at $2.10. 310 into 210 Tomato Tears, 330 into 215 Aces of Trump, so 5 cents between them. Tomato Tears holds the call on the tote at $2.40. Has been just behind the place getters in his last 3 runs. Aces of Trumps with a vacant box between them down the track behind Special Talent here on Thursday night in a Grade 5 final. On Saturday night, I beg your pardon, in a Grade 5 final. Crackerjack Lock, another one that finished down the track here at his most recent assignment. A $35 chance. Jetta's Shout has been $9.50 out to 16. Harold Bale $7.50 out to 34. They box away here for the final time. Racing back here on Saturday night. First event at 6:31. And Tomato Tears will start the favourite here for the last. Field of 6, green light. They're ready. Set. Racing. Arlington left well on the inside. Good speed from Jetta's Shout. Will push on and have the lead with a round to go. Tomato Tears forced through into second placing with Crackerjack Lock third. Arlington fourth. The rail a length. Aces of Trumps. Harold Bale 3 away at the tail. Midway up the back. Jetta's Shout left the rail. Tomato Tears speared through. Took off once they got off the back straight. From Crackerjack Lock, Jetta's Shout deeper. Then Aces of Trumps and Arlington. But on the turn, Tomato Tears 4 in front. Aces of Trumps runs on, but Tomato Tears took advantage of the run and won. Beat Aces of Trumps, Crackerjack Lock, Jetta's Shout. Arlington and Harold Bale last. 30 and 36 was the winner's time.
Tomato Tears wins the last at 210, 120, 140 for the runner-up, and there's no third divvy. My thanks to Brendan for coverage there today. Fourth event from Canterbury is 80 seconds off. See what they're doing now from the NOP. Favourites best back, One More Sapphire. 290 out to 3 into 260 away from it. Nothing to report. The second pick's plural. Rosero 7 to 750. Offer Rocker 6 out to 750. Mr. G 6 out to 850. And Margie B 850 out to 950. Savvy Legend 750 out to 950. Actually, McCushla firms in late. Kathy O'Hara and Chris Waller combined. Brass $13 into $11. Horse 8.
Yeah, well, it comes out of the same race as One More Sapphire, which, you know, most people would agree turned in the better performance, but it wasn't all that bad an effort here. So she'd come in as an each-way chance. A little bit of a tricky draw, though.
One More Sapphire is your top pick. Likes to sting out of the track.
Yeah, a bit of give in the ground. As I say, we're keeping our fingers crossed it jumps okay, but holding form in good style at the moment. Tracy Bartley really does know the right sort of horse to bring down from his Wyong base, so yeah, she'd be down here with bells on.
Here's Darren.
McCushla, there's been some money there at longer odds, so McCushla getting set. And One More Sapphire and Into the Oblivion. So, Motto, as you cross, this favourite's been very well tried in the last 5 minutes. One More Sapphire right into $2.60. Rezero. Rezero's certainly solid enough at the $7 mark. Ran okay at Kensington last week. And the light's on now, and we're all set. Race 4, first leg of the treble. Ready? Racing. Margie B jumped well off the inside. Margie B is the initial leader from Mr. G, Savvy Legend. Off her rocker, McCushla, wide up, being taken back. So Margie B's going to lead initially here without too much pressure by the looks of it from Savvy Legend, and Off Her Rocker is going forward, looking for the spot outside the leader. One More Sapphire goes forward and parks in fourth now on the outside of Mr. G. Then came Rezero midfield in advance of Canyonero, Jazzarat, then came McCushla, and into the Oblivions last of all. So Margie B is the front runner, out by a length and a half to Off Her Rocker. Savvy Legend leaders back third and a length and a half to the heavily back favourite One More Sapphire. Then Mr. G back on the fence, a length off to Rezero from Jazzarat, Canyonero, and the last two McCushla racing on the outside of Into the Oblivion. So there's about 7 lengths covering the field to the back, and Margie B with an uncontested lead by a length and Off Her Rocker. Savvy Legend given every hope in the third, and then came One More Sapphire, certainly close enough. 3/4 to Mr. G, the rails, a length and a half to Rezero, is travelling pretty strongly on the outside of Jazzarat. Then came Canyonero, Into the Oblivion, and the grey McCushlas last of all. They've got 700 metres to run, and Margie B drives into the next bend with a length to spare and Off Her Rocker. Savvy Legend tucked away third, then One More Sapphire, Mr. G, Rezero. Further back to Jazzarat, Canyonero, Into the Oblivion not going well, and McCushler's the last one. Margie B leads now, approaching the turn by a half length and Off Her Rocker. Savvy Legend still travelling well. Nash getting stuck into One More Sapphire coming to the home turn. Not sure how well this favourite's going. Turning for home, Margie B in front from Off Her Rocker. Savvy Legend looking to push off the fence. One More Sapphire starting to pick up the bridle. Mr. G spotting a gap and running on stoutly. And Mr. G comes off the heels there of Margie B. One More Sapphire's grinding the outside. It's Mr. G, Margie B from One More Sapphire. Mr. G, Margie B, G and B. I think Mr. G a nose to Margie B, and One More Sapphire head away third. Then came Savvy Legend from Rezero. Further back to Into the Oblivion from Canyonero, Jazzarat, McCushla, and Off Her Rocker. Photo. Oh, very, very close here. Very close. Margie B certainly has got the nose right there. We'll just need to have another look at another replay here. Margie B, the inside of Mr. G. And then One More Sapphire, who was slowly closing in on the pair. So Margie B, the inside of Mr. G. And that's favouring the inside, the ground shot there. Margie B with the nose down on the post. Margie B with the nose down, Mr. G with the nose up. But, well, we just had a look at another shot, which makes it look pretty close to a dead heat. So we'll just stand by and see how this pans out here. Very close photo finish at Canterbury. There's no doubt about that between Margie B, number 4, and Mr. G. And One More Sapphire finishing close up on the outside. So we're standing by for the placings. The photo here between 4 and 5. 4 and 5. And we stand by for the result. Mr. G, I thought, watching it live, the ground shot would suggest Margie B, but that can be deceptive when the rail is out.
So that's really close. 4 and 5, 5 and 4 hitting a lock together ahead of the 1 on More Sapphire. Mr. G's the winner. 5 beats 4 and 1. You're in down the line apparently. 5, 4 and 1. Now you're the totes. Mr. G dropping out of the Queensland Derby. Too good, the 3-year-old. Stylax is the best back for the 4th event from Belmont. $3.60 into $2.20. Just back out to $2.50 late though. There are nibbles to beat it. Certainly nothing dramatic. Let's get to Darren.
In Stylax. They're set. Standing well here. And they're racing. Beginning poorly out the back, Dorado is a couple of lengths last. Take Me Home Tonight shot to the early leads. Stylax building speed inside of Meet Joe Black. Ornamental Bell's not far away in fourth early. Then comes Comanche Chant, who's on the outside of She's a Sweet Deal. Back just worse than centre field, RTN covering Kill the Lights, who gets past Just Peachy and Dorado. Coming off the back straight, Take Me Home Tonight leads by 3/4 on Meet Joe Black. Stylax, no excuses. He's lying in wait in third. Then Ornamental Bell, Comanche Chant about to peel as they go by the 600. Back on the inside, She's a Sweet Deal. Then Dorado, who's back on the inside. RTN's about to come wide. Then Just Peachy, and in between horses trying to thread through Kill the Lights. On the turn, Take Me Home Tonight leads by a length. Out wide, Ornamental Bell goes around Meet Joe Black. Now Stylax angling back to the inside.